Hello and welcome back. Thank you for taking a look at this video. As with the other videos, I would like you to take out your textbook and follow along with me as I point out some highlights about the chapter. This section we're going to talk about Windows Vista, and this is in your textbook under the section page called Windows Vista 1. Actually, we're going to start on Windows Vista 2 on that page. Now, here's something unique. While I'm going to be talking about Windows Vista because that is one of the newer operating systems, Windows 7 of course is the newest, there is a section in your textbook for Windows XP as well. So if you're using Windows XP, then I want you to refer to the Windows XP section in your textbook so that you're more familiar with the Windows environment that's specific to you. But again, this lecture is actually going to go over the Windows Vista section. And again, the newest version is Windows 7, but Windows 7 and Windows Vista is very similar, and for our purposes, it's going to be just fine. So if you look at Windows Vista 2, it talks about starting Windows Vista and that you're going to see a start menu in the lower left-hand corner and that sort of thing. That's pretty standard and has been for multiple generations of Windows. And moving on through the pages, it's going to have you do some tasks related to the pointing device, starting a program, moving and resizing windows. All of these are extremely important as you work through the lab, so I would definitely be sure to read through and work through the various tasks located on the various pages. Windows Vista page 10 talks about the menus, the toolbars, and keyboard shortcuts. I'm a big fan of keyboard shortcuts, and so I like to learn these. You may choose to not use keyboard shortcuts, but be more familiar with using the mouse. Each person has their own preference, so don't worry, just use what you're most comfortable with and that you like. Windows Vista 12 talks a little bit about the dialog boxes, different places to click once you're inside the programs, using scroll bars on Vista 14. You notice most times the windows will have a scroll bar on one side and then maybe at the bottom to allow you to move the windows around. And then I'm all about finding help and support, and Windows Vista 16 talks about how to actually find help. And something that the book doesn't mention, but I am a big fan of, is simply go to google.com and then type in what is and then whatever phrase you're looking for, and you'll be able to find most of the answers to your questions related to a computer technical issue or an office issue or that sort of thing. However, don't take it as 100% accurate. You need to carefully evaluate those resources and make sure that maybe multiple sites produce the same answer, because some people out there may be wrong, and just because it's on the World Wide Web doesn't mean that it's correct. And then in Windows Vista 18 talks about shutting down versus locking or even logging off the computer. Now, looking at Unit B of Windows Vista, which begins on page Windows Vista 26, it's talking about managing folders and files. This is really important in this class because you're going to create a lot of content. You're going to be opening up files, you're going to be saving files, and then you're going to be even moving files around. And so it's real important that you understand some of the key concepts located on page Vista 26. For instance, creating folders and then locating your files and folders through My Computer and through search. So pay very close attention to Windows Vista 26. And then Windows Vista 28 talks about the different types of storage devices. You're probably going to have a flash drive. That's by far the most common. Not many people have floppy drives anymore or even use floppy disks, and so that's not quite as popular as it used to be. Flash drives are by far the most popular. Creating and saving documents. This step on page Vista 30 talks about how you can browse different documents and how you can save documents. You're going to do a lot of that this semester. And then Vista 32 talks about opening up documents in a folder, simply double-clicking on them, opening them up, typically allows you to see the documents. Vista 34 talks a little bit about copying files, and occasionally you're going to have to copy files maybe from your desktop to your flash drive, so pay careful attention to this because it could be helpful later on in the semester or even in other classes as well. Page 36 talks about opening, editing, and printing files. Now let me take a moment to just say this. This is an online class. All of your documents are going to be exchanged electronically with me. So anytime that it says to print in the textbook, do not print unless you want a copy of it. I will not be taking printed copies of your homework. It'll all be turned in electronically. So again, do not print. Only print if you want a copy of your document. I will not need a printed copy of your assignments. And so with Vista 36 talks about opening, editing, and printing the files. But again, I do not need a copy for my purposes. You're going to turn those in electronically. 38 talks more about moving and renaming files. And 40 talks about searching for files. There is a search box in Windows Vista that you can use to help find files just in case you forgot where you saved them. And then if you happen to accidentally delete a file, Vista 42 on that page talks a little bit about how to go in and restore files, maybe if you accidentally deleted it. Okay, as always, if you have any questions or need any information, post those to the discussion board or feel free to email me and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you and have a great day.